KB with Nerdophiles. How are you both?
Hey.
Great, how are you?
With who?
Doing Nerdophiles.
Nerdophiles.
I'm great. I cannot complain. So this film, oh my goodness, it sits at the intersection of humor, drama, history, and spirituality. So for both of you, creatively, how has working on this project both challenged and stretched you as artists? And I'll start with you, Jeymes.
For me, I wouldn't necessarily say it challenged me as an artist working on this process. It was more therapeutic. It was something that I had to do. It didn't necessarily challenge me. It extended me as an artist and just extended me spiritually, just in living in my truth, and really just expressing. Take music, right? There's 7.5 billion people on the planet. There's 7 genres of music. That doesn't even make grammatical sense, but it shows how quick we are to fit into uniform, how quickly we are to be accepted by our peers and just fit into one space and time. And it stops us from being the daring people that we are. It stops us from being the adventurous spirits that we are. And in making this film, it just, and telling this story, it just rings true to everything I believe about us being singular, us telling the stories that mean the most to us and not trying to fit into any genre. My second movie should have probably been an action movie or something else coming off the Harder They Fall. I wanted to take us all back from the Old West to the New Testament.
Well, in some ways, it's still an action film. In some ways,
there's mad action in this. Jeymes.
Yeah. And how about for you, LaKeith? I'm going to take James's word and say, how has it extended you?
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to describe it. You know, I didn't know the way in which joining this film would affect me. You never do. You kind of never want to. Part of the journey is the uncovering, and that's the magic of it all, you know, peeking behind and seeing what there is to gather. And I was pleasantly surprised by the way in which, you know, playing 2 characters will reveal to me just how much I could stretch and how much potential is still there. And, you know, how much I can move into different bodies and spaces and modes of thought and assume those and feel comfortable in those spaces. And, you know, working with Jeymes always is an opportunity and exercise and exploration. As an artist, you can go anywhere, you know, sky's the limit. And I think that's a really big gift. And it really just is, it just was really amazing, it exceeded all of my expectations. And I hold all directors now to a different standard. And I don't want anybody copying Jeymes. Don't play music now. You weren't playing it before. No, but you know, it's a gift when you work with someone like that. And you know, I will always think about him when I go on to other projects and when I do other things, because it was just a great experience and a great growth experience being a part of it with him. He always sort of kept reminding me, you know, that have fun, you know, let it off, let it flow, let it go, keep going, remember that, like, we're here right now, you know, and so it's beautiful.
I like it, man.
Well, listen, the performances are so profound in this, and truly I told them, I think that you have to watch it more than once to truly experience the fullness of it. So I cannot wait for audiences to see it, and just thank you so much for taking time to chat with Nerdophiles. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nerdophiles. Thank you.
So I am KB with Nerdophiles. How are you both?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, both of your characters, Elijah and Verinia, really appear to be kind of anchors and rocks for Clarence in very different ways, though. So can you talk a little bit about how being an integral part of Clarence's evolution over the film also shapes and grows and expands your individual characters? And I'll start with you, Anna.
Sure. When I first got the role, I was speaking to Jeymes, our director, about who Verinia was and who she is to Clarence and vice versa. And he said, you know, Verinia, she's very grounded, you know. She's very grounded, she's safe. And Clarence is like us. He's a dreamer, and he takes risks, and he's like all over the place. And so he says, in this way, they need each other. And so I thought a lot about that, and it's true. Verinia is a grounding presence for Clarence, and she keeps him honest, and she calls him out on nonsense, and so yeah, that's who she is, and she's also one of few female characters in this, and so I wanted to really imbue her with a sense of femininity and gentleness and strength, and so that's what she brings, I think, to Clarence in the story.
I think for Elijah, he gives Clarence the okay to just try it. You feel me? The reason why we most of the time don't try stuff in life is because we feel like we're gonna lose people that we care about, you know, just in case we try the reckless route. But for Elijah, he allows for Clarence to, you know, try this plan. I ain't got a plan. All I got is loyalty. So at least you'll know you got somebody that's gonna die with you. You ain't gonna die alone if this turn out bad. You feel me? And sometimes it's all people need. It's just somebody to say, all right, if this crash, at least I'll drive in the passenger seat with you. You feel me?
I like that. He does allow him to just be, to have that. Okay.
But he still brings the reality. Like, this crash gonna hurt, you know, but it's all right. We both in it together. Yeah.
And for both of you creatively, how has working on this project expanded you as artists? And I can start with you, RJ.
It definitely made me more confident in my boastful choices. You feel me? I know just in general, I'm an actor that likes to go outside. I don't like the box. Every time they give me a box, I send it off to FedEx. So I don't need them. So with this, it just allowed me a deeper version of that, because so much of my faith was tested during the filming process. But God gave me, you know, food that whole time, you know, to bring to this character. So now when it comes to me approaching roles, or even how I ingest creativity, is way more different. Like, you know, my perspective isn't where my walls sit at, if that makes sense.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, to piggyback off RJ, to watch him do what he does in this is really incredible, really. And he's so brilliant, and LaKeith is so brilliant, and Marianne Jean-Baptiste, who I shared scenes with as well, who plays LaKeith's mother, is an icon in theater. She's someone I've been a fan of for so long. Benedict Cumberbatch, someone I had a scene with. It was, for me, such a learning experience, because when you're doing what you do with someone else that's that good, it makes you better. It's like if you have to play basketball with LeBron, like you're gonna end that a better basketball player. And so for me, it was, you know, such an amazing experience to be able to learn from these giants. Yeah.
Well, listen, I believe that these performances are so profound, and I told them, you know, that I had a conversation, just, you know, they were asking for my reaction of the film, and I said, I feel like people need to watch it more than once to truly get the fullness of it, and these profound performances. So just thank you both so much for taking the time to chat with Nerdophile.
Thank you
really
so
appreciate
much.
it.
Lovely
Thank
to
you,
meet
thank you.